Hey guys, Lance here with another WSO critic review. Today I want to talk about Instant CPA Domination, and I've gotten a few emails about it, and sometimes several times. So I was curious to see what it is about. As you know, there's a lot of CPA courses out there. So be sure and first off check the description box below for any relevant links or updates. That's always important to do. And then, of course, after this review, post a comment if you have questions, if you do have this, or if you're thinking about getting it. I'll try to answer any of those I can. So please do that as well. And then let me just right off the bat say I like this. This is a good product. I don't get to say that very often, so I'm always pleasantly surprised. There's a couple caveats, so I want to talk about that here in a little bit more detail. First off, there's your basic course, which I have here in the middle, Instant CPA Domination. And then over here on the left, you have an OTO, the Twitter Cash Avalanche, and then over on the right here, the Facebook Cash Avalanche. So I want to talk about each of those as well. So first off, if you've never been involved in CPA before, do realize that you will need to sign up with a CPA network. And so if you haven't done that before, it's not impossible, but just realize the better CPA offers are going to come from better CPA networks. It's just how it works. And when you're brand new, sometimes it's a little bit more difficult to get into some of the better ones. One of the networks that is a good one is Max Bounty. I'll put a link down below. That one is also not as difficult to get into. So you know, that's one I would recommend. So right off the bat, just realize that. As far as if you're already in network or are not worried about getting into one, this is about using forums to promote freebie offers. And that's basically the gist of it here. And so he goes through in this PDF and talks about that. And I'd say does a pretty good job of giving examples. There's actually an example post of, you know, what exactly you would say. Talks about, you know, don't just do that right off the bat. You kind of got to work your way up to it, and he gives some examples there as well, so you don't get your accounts banned. And then, of course, this is very outsourceable. Now, with courses like these, my gripe is I would prefer them to be written or to have videos that I could actually just literally hand these to an outsourcer and say, hey, here you go. Go ahead and run with this for me. And it's not, I wouldn't say it's to that level of detail. You would have to kind of create a little bit of extra work there. But for the price, you know what, that's fair. I guess I can't expect that. It'd be nice. I'd prefer it, but just to give you that bit of feedback. So yeah, as far as this course goes, I like it. I'm actually going to be using this myself, and so I can keep you updated on the results there. But yeah, I'm going to have my outsourcer working on this with me. I think it's great. It's got my thumbs up, basically. This is cool. And really, this is something anyone can do. Just realize if you're not in a CPA network, that is one step you'll have to make. And if you're already in a network, no problem. But realize if you're in lower quality networks, that's going to affect the type of CPA offers you'll have. And the reason that makes a difference, if you're not aware, is the landing pages aren't as good, the offers aren't as attractive. So just means you have to work a little bit harder, but once you start to have some results, you can use those to work your way up into a better network. That being said, let's talk about the next OTO here, the Twitter Cash Avalanche. And this I like. This I don't like quite as well as this first one. I think for most folks. Here, you know, it's working with Twitter. It's working, you know, let's say you want to go out and find accounts that have a following around a certain niche. You know, like let's say the celebrity niche. Let's say it's Justin Bieber. So you're not trying to go after Justin Bieber's account. You're going after someone who has a lot of Justin Bieber followers. And then what you'd want to do is contact them and basically use them to promote a CPA offer, to tweet out to all their followers. And so let's say they got, you know, 20,000 or 50,000 or 100,000, however many followers. You know, you just offer them a 50-50 split and say, hey, I got this, you know, cool offer. If you'll tweet out to your followers. I'll show you all the results that you show them the tracking results and so far and so forth, and then split it 50-50 with them. That's kind of the idea here. And so he goes through and he outlines that and does a good job of that. The one thing I was disappointed in is more examples, particularly when you're contacting, the individual. Maybe another email example there. He does give you one, which is great. So that's the good. But I always prefer like a second or third version. That much effort. It's helpful. That way if one's not working real well for you, can try another one. But you can personalize it, so it's not a big deal. But more importantly, with writing the offer itself, I was surprised that there wasn't any examples given, like with a CPA offer, how you would actually tweet it out, because that can be a huge right there. So yeah, this is a cool idea, and if you're already good at Twitter marketing and use it, because it's only 140 characters, and how do you tweet an offer that makes someone want to click? I mean, there's a whole art and science to that in and of itself. So I guess to be fair, this is more talking about the idea, but I think it would be nice if there's a little bit of extra, even if it was just one example in there, or to give some principles. Here's how to make sure these tweets are successful so that people click on them and so forth. Otherwise, it's kind of trial and error. And, so that kind of stinks. I'll be honest. I was pretty disappointed by that. Granted, you can also contact for support and say, hey, maybe can you help me with this tweet? How does this sound? But, nevertheless. So there you go. That's overall good. Just really disappointed they didn't include that aspect of it in here. So realize that that's already a weakness for you. That may be a bit of an obstacle. Maybe you get another course that helps you with that part of it. But still, definitely a problem. And then finally over here we have Facebook Cash Avalanche. This one I like the least out of all three of them, and that's just because I've done Facebook fan pages, and it's work to get those with some fans, and it can be money. There's definitely money to be made, don't get me wrong, but I think for the average person, these other two, whether the first one or second one, are nice because you can make money without really spending any money. One thing on the Twitter Cash Avalanche, as far as the tracking goes, you can use Bitly, but there's also another service he recommends, and it's free for 30 days, and then you can pay money. So there could be a little bit of cost, but you can still get running with this for 30 days for free, no problem. Over here on the Facebook, there's some redirect stuff, so it's setting up a blog, maybe having some articles written. There's those, we're talking a little bit about there. One of the best ways to build up fans, though, is the Facebook ads, and there's some great courses out there, on penny-click ads, but again, I myself go through these courses, and you spend money to try to make money, and there's some trial and error there. You spend $50, you spend $100, you have a good campaign, you have a bad campaign, and you definitely build up your fan base faster that way. But you're spending money before you're making money, so keep that in mind. If you like Facebook, you're already into Facebook. This would be cool because he does go through, and it's a pretty long. It's 96 pages long, so there's a lot here. And I think, let me show you in the beginning. Here's kind of the table of content, so you can kind of see what all he goes into. There's quite a bit there, but that was one thing just to keep in mind about that one. So definitely like this center one, go for it. If you're tight on money, just get this. Don't worry about the OTOs right now. If you have a little bit more and you have some more time, the Twitter one's really cool too. You could definitely do both at the same time. The Twitter one, I think you can get some money quicker. You're just contacting people who have these Twitter followings in a certain niche, and you have to contact a bunch to get someone to be basically like a JV partner with you. Is how you can think about it. And as soon as they tweet that out, boom. I mean, that's instant. So really, you could have something going here. I'd say maybe it could be a day, but just realistically, a couple days or a few days to a week. This middle one, it'll take a little bit more time because you got to start posting on the forums and sort of be not just a spammer, but be someone who's a welcome presence, and then start posting your offers. And so, again, a few days there, I'd say depends on how quickly you can get to it, or if you want to outsource it. But bottom line, I recommend it. Well worth the money because it doesn't cost a lot. But like I said, this is CPA. So the upside is you can start making money quickly. The downside is you have to be a part of a CPA network. So again, check the description box below. I'll put some helpful links in there related to this, and of course this course as well. And please post a comment if there's something, if you have a question about this that I didn't cover, or if there's another product you want me to review, definitely put that in the comments below. If there's something I missed or you want to see more or less of, let me know. That is really helpful as well. But otherwise, thanks for taking the time to watch this. Appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next video.